What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hey, here.
America's favorite podcast.
We might be doing some every other week type of situation for a little bit until we get into that studio. Sometimes every week, sometimes every other week.
Yeah. It's coming soon, though. It's coming soon. How you guys feeling?
Pack your shit up.
I am feeling great.
All right.
Pack your shit up.
and
Get it in the
move
fucking
over.
house so we can start on this fucking thing.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Construction is underway for everything right now.
And I like the BQE, like the BQE's been in construction my whole life.
My whole life. That BQE.
I'm like,
Belt Parkway, they finally finished what the fuck they were
the
doing.
LIE, Middle Country Road. It's always been,
I don't get it.
Because all those bridges, they build a bridge next to it. And then
It's craziness.
And then they got to get rid of the other bridge. That takes another year or two.
It's craziness.
7.
Or 7. Bro, it's crazy.
The Imperial Bridges of New York. So I had a crazy week. I'll jump right in with you guys.
Go for it.
I had a rental
man.
property go on fire. That's fun. Yeah. Definitely never dealt with that in my short time in real estate now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, PSEG.
Yeah, well, I don't want to put blame on anyone per se. There's a couple of different scenarios that could have went down, but as per my fire marshal for
There's
the
no
town,
A in scenario, it's scenario, but go on.
I like to talk like
Fire
Marissa
Marshal.
Tomei.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something.
he was like,
Showing her age right there.
Yeah.
But so it turns out that the power company's new smart meters aren't so smart.
Ah.
They go
You
on.
mean like people with smartphones, but keep going.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like,
Wow.
that's what happens when you give dumb people smartphones. Shout out Dax for that line. So that's been an excitement. It's been for anyone who's been watching this podcast from the jump or knows me personally, you all know how much I really enjoy our local government so much, and I have been blessed to do nothing this whole week, but
You sound like you should be wearing that jacket.
I know, I feel like it. Let me tell you something real quick. All right, this is a nice jacket. It's a nice windbreaker, right?
It is a nice windbreaker.
I think so.
Over $100, okay? I'm sitting here. You want to talk about a white trash situation, right?
Yeah.
So I get called,
Those are always
right?
fun.
We get
That's a
woken
tough
up
word to use.
4 a.m. Not for me.
That's our word.
That's our word, all right? Yeah, you settle down over there. You got your words, we got our words.
So white trash. Go on.
Yeah, sorry, I get your thing.
Hey.
So, I got woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning from the fire department saying, "Oh, your house is on fire." That's how no one ever wants to wake up.
roof.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for Nelly to pop out
That's
somewhere.
Oh,
And,
the roof is on fire.
Yeah.
And so whatever, I finally get down there and stuff, and like my tenants are all displaced, and there's obviously people out all over the place, and firemen there, and cops, and sharky fucking public adjusters that just want your
Trying to
business.
make that money.
It's like, yo, you guys, like, this is. Let me just say this.
Trying to make that money. They're hustling.
Let me just say this.
Every
called
day I'm hustling.
I am all
hustling.
for capitalism. Okay.
Right, now we hate capitalism and motherfuckers trying to take advantage of
I am
it.
all for capitalism, but you motherfuckers need to learn that there's a time and a place.
What?
Motherfuckers' house just went on fire. In the middle of the night, they're outside in their pajamas. They're watching their things get destroyed. And you're coming up trying to get signed papers and let me help you out. And, you're just being sharky fucking salesman. Like, you all disgust me. You know who I like? You know the guy that we went with? The guy who walked up, handed his business card and said, "You got a lot going on. Give me a call if you need help." I like you. That's the guy I called.
But he's still
That's
getting
the
in
guy
there.
who got the deal. You know what I mean?
He probably practices that though.
Definitely.
yeah.
But guess what? Guess what?
Salesman.
It worked. It worked. So
That's how hookers should
I get to talk to the town all the time now.
So pushy. Now, in Vegas?
And the town is all over my property.
All over.
They're writing summons and violations left and right for illegal apartments, and it's just like, you sons of bitches. But I have to play nice, right?
Yeah, of course.
I gotta play nice with the town right
NYC,
now.
baby.
And man, is it just burning me.
You said
Burning
it.
me.
You said it.
No pun intended.
You try and be
but pun
nice.
intended.
What happens when you try and be
You know?
nice? You get folded like a slice.
You do. You know. Oh,
Jesse Lee
someone's
words.
been practicing up.
Jesse
brushing
Lee
it
words.
up
I
on
gotta
there.
double that shit when I'm playing. Get folded
He's
like
been
a slice.
Doubling up. I love it. I love it.
I know
So
what's
yeah,
up,
so
baby.
that's been my crazy shit. On a positive note, yes, we are full go on my primary resident, which is where our permanent studio will be. It currently doesn't have a roof on it, which sounds horrible, but that is a good thing.
That means Jesse won't be hitting his face on the wall.
That's true.
Because
And-
my short ass would hit him in the last house.
Yeah.
We had one of those.
Yeah, it's
I
all
hit
slanty.
all the time.
Yeah, no, I
My ex
don't
would
vibe.
laugh at me.
I'm
and I don't blame
6'2".
her.
I don't vibe with the slants. You know.
You can't say that now, right? Go on.
I hate y'all.
Yeah, he caught you.
I don't deal with the slanted ceilings.
There
okay?
you go, buddy.
It's like what is this Vietnam War again? We're gonna bring back some old shit. That's horrible.
Richard
Shame on
Dreadlocks.
you. Shame on you.
Just noticed something that you could have
See,
stayed
this is
I was
dirty,
just worried,
dirty
you know.
karma clothing. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what.
He was
Oh,
trying
and
to.
So-
you got the rising sun shit. I don't know. All right.
But just to appease my boy
What else you
here,
got?
we are putting a nice V3 Tesla roof on the new house.
Fuck yeah. May as well
So-
put a charger in there too, so when I come up there, we're
I'm gonna have a charger for you.
producing music.
Well,
I'll
let's
get you
see.
a charger, bro.
Just need a plug. Just give me a 220 plug, baby.
I didn't have a crazy week like him, but I did go back out. It was my friend's birthday, so we went to the
Mia,
city. Yeah, me. I brought all my friends out.
I seen it. I seen it.
of
You
course.
were balling this weekend,
Yeah,
bro.
I was just, you know what?
I was jealous.
I've been cooped up.
Bro,
and-
you don't invite your single friend.
Dead
Why don't
ass?
You know that right now.
Dead
Dead
ass,
ass,
you
yeah.
were balling this weekend,
Bro, listen.
Dead ass.
Shout out to Deadass, Kenny.
I like those. I like Kenny. I need to
Shout out
highlight
to
you.
Kenny, Deadass. No, but no, you know what? It's like, it's so funny because it was my friend's birthday. I did an event with like two or three friends, and then
Yeah.
and then something else happened, and in my mind I was like, you know what? It's her birthday. I'm like, let's do it big. And then she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, 'cause you know,
Did you ever?
you gotta celebrate your friends sometimes because everyone gets so caught up in sweat. And that's why I wrote one of the hashtags, like sweat your friends like you sweat people you don't know. Because I'm like, when it comes to other things or buying tickets to a concert of someone you don't even know personally, people spend that money. But when it comes to your own friends and things like that, people don't. So I was like, you know what? I want to do something cool like that, and that's what we did. And then we had a great time, and
I like it, man.
yeah, why not? You know, and then
That's good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
time to be one
Where did
outside.
you go? You went to Manhattan or?
Yeah, we went to Williamsburg, Elite, awesome.
Oh, you went
Oh,
to the capital world
this
right
guy.
there.
Great crew, phenomenal. Also, have to give a shout out to Mel B. Wheat Cafe in
Like the
Brooklyn.
Spice Girl? Hanging out with
no.
Mel B?
Oh yeah, that's right. I was a Spice Girl.
Oh, yeah, that was Mel. She was the hot one as far as I'm concerned.
Another age reveal. You gotta be careful. You're doing age reveals left and right today.
What are you talking about? I said she was the hot one.
That's old.
Oh, Spice Girl.
That's old. They're like, what? Is that a cooking show? No.
You're right.
Martha and Snoop.
Martha Stewart has.
Well, if they
kids.
don't want to do it, fuck them. They know the Spice Girls.
Actually, Martha Stewart's timeless.
You're right. She is. That's because
interview her
Snoop.
right now.
That's because of Snoop.
Yeah, no, even before.
What do you mean? That's because
Like
of
Snoop
Snoop.
doing reggae.
I'm gonna
dog.
tell you now,
You
Martha
lying.
Stewart going to jail and not ratting anyone out and coming home, she has more street cred than 6ix9ine.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so yeah, I
No,
think,
Gene, it is 6ix9ine,
No,
baby.
I'm just saying as a random, no, whatever, you know.
Oh, you went into hip hop. I wanted. Good.
Yup.
Did you see
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Lil Nas X video?
All right.
I didn't, just because I'm not a fan of
Yes,
him,
I'm not a
but I
fan.
heard about it. I could care less.
And I'm not a fan of these devil sneakers and all this stuff going on.
Well, the devil sneakers is where the bigger issue came from.
Yeah,
because
I can't do it.
I've seen that video. It's got like 30 million views now. Because
Talk to
of
me
the outrage.
talk to me about these devil sneakers. What does this mean?
There's a pentagram on it. They only made 666 pairs.
Why would you do that?
It was a
Why would
third
you
party
do that?
company
But why would you do 666? Why would you do that?
because it's a whole devil theme.
But this is not okay.
Yeah.
Can I get on my Alex Jones? It's because they're worshiping, they're sacrificing children. And
Whatever. It's,
I don't know, man. He
not
might be
into
right
it,
about
sure.
some shit. He might be right about this devil worshiping
Alex
shit.
So they made 666 pairs.
Why?
There's supposedly a drop of human blood in the soul, but who knows? And there's a pentagram on it. They're red and black.
Thank you.
But it was a third It was a third party that
disturbing.
did it. They made $1,000 a shoe on that though.
I don't care. It's just I listen.
$1,000 a shoe.
When you
Sold out.
I'm saying when the
666
feds
grand.
catch you and you got those shoes on, you're gonna have a hard time explaining why there's human blood on that.
I bought it like this.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is it human blood?
I don't know. That whole thing is weird. I know that people were freaking out because he was apparently grinding on the devil and
which was him, by the way.
You know, I'll tell you what. I could care less about any of that stuff. Like, it's just expression. If you don't like it, turn it off.
I think the whole outrage. Well, you know what happened was that
I feel like I can't talk to you. I'm looking
super
behind
right.
myself.
That super right Christian,
Yeah,
Republican. When they get pissed, people get famous.
Yeah, but not even super right. I just think that, like, I get what you're
They don't
saying.
take him as seriously.
I think you're right with the
They
super.
don't.
Yeah, but I think the Christian fan base is I don't think you have to be Christian to be disturbed by that one, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because, it's almost like when someone is playing with you. And
Wait, because I want to understand. What are we disturbed by?
The 666, the blood, the
Oh, okay.
pentagram,
Okay.
the devil,
Yep.
all these things. So my whole thing is that it's like me doing something to you, but pretending that I'm not doing it to you. And that's how I feel about the whole thing. Like the 666, the pentagram. Oh no, it's just a sneaker. Like no, like you are doing something.
He's
Stop
doing
pretending-
something. I don't know what it is, but
pretending like it's a random combination. Of
Tell you
things.
what, guess what?
I'm grinding on the devil. Like these are not coincidences.
listen, he was destined to be.
What is the song
a one-hit
about?
wonder.
But he's not. Like Lil Nas X has had a bunch of songs. In fact,
Oh yeah, I guess
he's got a really dope song with Nas. And so like dude's been around for a minute. This definitely wasn't like a
Not a
a
cowboy.
one hit
I think
wonder
the
type
song is
thing.
basically it's about himself coming out, being gay, and how people have always told him to go to hell.
Oh, is
He's
he
like, all
gay?
right, well I'm going.
Yes, that's why.
Oh, okay.
That's part of why he blew up.
He's gay.
Yeah, well, definitely. I know that.
he's,
it was-
he's doing it wonderfully, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why he blew up. Like that record, the original record, that guy, what is it, Travis? Who's the country singer that jumped on it?
Oh no, what's his face? Cyrus. Billy Ray Cyrus.
That's the original record that went bananas because, that's the first time like.
Oh yeah.
That was the
that
first
whole
like country.
hip hop crossover, the over appeal, co-signed by a large country artist in collaboration. Like I don't remember another time where something like that happened.
Well, something recently happened actually from this
So,
dude
like-
on TikTok. He did a whole country, basically a country hip hop song with one of the guys from I think the Rascal Flats or one of those country.
No, but
dudes.
Lil Nas is the first one to do it, and I just think that and then he came out so he's getting all this attention.
I mean, I don't know. Jelly Roll's been around for a minute.
What's Jelly Roll?
Wow.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
got,
Jelly
like,
Roll's
country,
the OG.
hip-hop,
Yeah, he's
you
like
know.
the OG guy.
I don't know.
I think he signed with like Strange Records or something like that, like Tech Nine's label,
Oh, really?
something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But the thing
I know
is
what you're talking about.
He,
with that song.
And then he came out, and then obviously he had a big rush of support, and then this is how it's all morphed. And now this is, I usually am curious about finding the angle. And this one, I don't feel like it's an angle. I feel like this is just like,
It's got to be an angle. I think it's just.
I'm just not a fan of his music. Like, truthfully, like, it has nothing to do with. I had no idea of his sexual preference. I don't fucking care. Eat like grind the devil all you want. I could care less.
I struggle with that. I struggle with that. I mean, I'm be honest with you. Maybe I was raised as a child, I grew up in churches and everything. I struggle with it because I just feel like the symbolism is too strong. It's one thing. Eminem,
I get it. I
there's
mean,
different rappers that have
especially
sessions.
knowing now that he is gay and that he came out. Like, I get that. That's just like a.
You're gonna go to hell.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
guess-
I
He's
think
just-
that's
he's
actually awesome.
playing
now.
into it.
I know,
Yeah.
but there's a difference between
He's a brilliant
I know,
marketer.
but-
Yeah, I mean, like that. Yeah.
Words-
Marketing, dude.
I agree with marketing, but words and symbolism is powerful. There's a difference between facing your demons and dancing with the devil. There's a difference between like it's.
Hey, Jordan Lucas is pretty pissed about it too.
Yeah, there's a 6 degrees.
What do you mean?
Jordan Lucas went on TikTok, not TikTok, Twitter, and was like, "Yo, my kids watch this thing. What's going on?"
That's what I'm
Because
saying,
the
like-
song and the video don't correlate. Not really.
Yeah,
I guess the
it's-
overall message may correlate.
It's a
going to
subliminal.
hell.
It's a subliminal attack, and I think that music. We talk
I
about
don't
this
know.
all the time.
Weird.
I just think that there's too much.
I mean, why was it? Is it? I haven't seen it, so
It's
like
very-
I don't. Is it
it's too-
vulgar?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
licking
yeah.
his devil's stomach, licking his neck, shit like that. Yeah,
It's just
grinding
too much.
on him.
And maybe I'm all.
I mean, okay. Is it? Why is it different than Cardi B doing that?
It's the whole devil
And-
play, not the gay play. He's out for him. It's
Yes,
what
the
I'm saying.
devil
It's not the
plays.
gay
It's
part.
the
It's
devil
for him.
and the 666.
I thought it meant like the sexuality of it was.
No, it's
Nah, I mean,
sexual.
listen.
It's the devil, the 666, blood in the sneakers, the pentagram. Like you're not gonna keep smacking me. You're not gonna spit on me until it's rain. Like this is a subliminal devil worshiping concept.
How do we know
listen.
that he even believes in the devil and
Also-
he's just not
Doesn't
making
matter
a
if you
Also,
believe it or
keep
not.
in mind.
Doesn't matter if you believe it or not.
You know?
If I have a bunch
Gene.
of pizzas next to me and I tell you I don't eat pizzas, it doesn't matter. Like I'm promoting that.
You also got to realize too, though, Gene.
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is not new. This angle. It's been
I get it.
Ozzy Osbourne did it.
I
Fucking
get it.
every
Listen,
heavy metal band in
Madonna,
the
like a
80s.
virgin, that was like one of the most controversial videos.
No, I'm
ever.
talking about the devil.
Not the like
Not
a
the
prayer. I
sexuality.
mean,
Oh, like a prayer. Well, that was the
Not like a
opposite
virgin.
side,
I
really.
meant like a prayer.
That was a little
No,
different.
because she was like
She
crosses
depicted
were
what-
upside down, and it was very
Yeah, I guess.
anti-Christ. You know that video.
Well, back
So-
then it was the
I-
'80s. They got pissed that Jesus was black. That's what they all got mad about in the video.
Listen, I'm not. Listen,
Right, that's right.
he's allowed
Closer to what he looked like, probably for real. That's the funny part.
They're allowed to do what they're doing. It's just that like
Again, it's
You just- you
nothing
don't
new.
co-sign it.
It's just
Yeah, that's
it's
what
new
I'm
to
saying.
hip hop.
I'm with you.
And it really wasn't even a hip hop song. I'd say it was
not.
more of a dance song. It's more of like a pop dance song than
Sure.
a hip hop
Which
song.
I mean, again, Lil Nas X, I wouldn't consider a rapper. Like, I mean, again, I've
You know
never
what?
really
I
heard.
see what you're saying.
Anytime that like he has
I agree.
pseudo rapped, it's with a melody and auto tune.
For sure, a pop artist. He's a pop artist.
Exactly.
It's
That's
not
what I was going to say. He's a
realistically
pop
what it's
artist.
called. But anything could be pop.
Yeah.
So he could be a hip hop artist can be pop.
all right, what's next? I'm over
Sure.
Nas X. I'm over him right now.
Word.
Hey, I'm over him.
Oh.
Dead ass.
Who's not? Actually, all right, we're back. Took a little quick thing to make sure my shit's charging.
Can I jump in here real quick
Yeah, man.
and just say, congratulations, New York.
boy.
Congratulations.
Oh, we're going there, baby. We're going to legalized weed. You know,
Feels
Gene,
good to be free.
what's the matter? You upset about it, Gene? What is there to be upset about over there? Man, you are turning
Come on, man. This
in.
is the answer.
I'm not
This is the
crotchety.
answer to the problem that your boy just put us in.
You
The
make-
tax revenue
Word.
is going to dig us out of this Cuomo hole.
bro. First of all,
boy.
my boy.
You know Gene voted for him.
No, I
Hell
didn't.
no.
First of all,
Blue no matter who.
homeboy did a bunch of sexual harassment cases. Like that's what it took to get weed legal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
a distraction. Like that's sad. The whole
Thank
thing
you,
is sad.
ladies.
The whole thing is sad.
Thank you, ladies, for
Like,
your contribution.
Yeah, like
It's sad, but it's happening.
yeah, but like my whole thing is that like people's lives will forever change because of marijuana. Like until you're in a vehicle and a police officer pulls you over and says those magic words, it smells like weed in here.
Oh, I know it.
And everyone has to get out.
Oh, yes, we
you,
do.
You
We
understand
very know it.
why I'm mad about everything weed.
But you
Because
shouldn't be because anyone that has.
I never smoked.
I
so
was arrested for weed.
That's what I'm saying. And you don't smoke.
And guess
My
what's going to
point
happen
is-
now? I've been arrested for weed 3
Same.
times.
Well, one of them-
All 3 of those now are getting expunged. So they're getting
Well,
taken.
one of them was in a different state.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fly away.
I didn't actually get arrested for that
didn't.
because Nikki
You're
took
right.
the rap. So that's not
Okay,
on my
Nikki
record.
Bonds, Nikki.
Yeah, bro.
But my point is that, and I actually like that. I feel like it may be an overcorrection, like we talk about a lot. Maybe it's
No,
not an
it's
overcorrection.
undercorrection.
I think it's a correction, though. No.
It's under.
The-
Because
Can I finish?
go ahead.
Can I finish?
Okay.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's because what's going to happen now is anyone who has ever had a low-level marijuana charge on their record that it's affecting them is no longer going to affect them because that's getting expunged. That means it's going delete.
I
Like it
understand.
never happened.
It won't affect them in the future, but it has affected them now.
Yes.
That's why to me it's under correction because you can't take back the lost time or the damage that
If you
I mean, again, listen. Let's face facts here. At the time of the offense, it was illegal.
I agree with you.
Okay,
but
so-
similar to alcohol, we all knew this day was coming,
Mm-hmm.
and we watched politicians stall to get here. And we watch politicians now use
Yeah,
it
talk
to
to
their
me.
advantage
Yep.
when necessary to cover up other
Those
issues.
motherfuckers,
that-
I know.
Yeah, no, that's not okay, JB.
I didn't
That's
say it was
not
okay.
It's not okay.
The end result isn't so bad, is it now?
I'm in hot water. Let's get everyone
gonna
high
smoke a
so they can
blunt.
forget what I'm doing. Like, no, it's not.
that's not what's happening. Come on.
I'm being facetious, but
Yeah,
you get the point.
Specifically, I mean,
You
let's
get the point.
talk business here.
Tax
That's the
dollars.
only reason. Like, that is the reason, because New York is literally about to be
bankrupt.
Completely.
I guess
I wasn't talking to you, Siri.
Samsung. That's Samsung.
You know, it's going to complete the amount of people that left throughout this last year because of the harsh restrictions.
Okay.
The amount of tax dollars that we lost from all of that money leaving was detrimental. Now we legalize this. They're going to fast track it, and they're going to be able to make.
I agree with you, but I think
our state's going to be able to make that money back.
I think New York's gonna be one of the hardest places to generate the tax money that you're talking, because I think that weed in New York is also a culture thing.
It's $1 billion business.
I know, but
Off rip.
I think it's gonna get there, but I just think that people, the idea of going to stores or getting some whatever they're gonna have to do to.
I wish I did my research further
It's
so
not
I
gonna
had
be- I mean,
actual
like,
numbers
it
for
will
that.
be-
But
it will
bro,
be-
I'm saying, like,
it's not gonna be a quick fix.
but it was for Colorado,
Because
within
the
that
culture
first
of
2
Colorado is
years, it was just shrink.
2
You know what I
years is
mean?
a long time, but that's not a long time at the same time.
Like,
You
I'm
know
not
what I
sure if
mean?
New York even has 2 years when it comes to, from a financial perspective. I don't think New York has 2 years. I think that New York has to move a lot faster.
Also, Colorado might not be. Colorado wasn't
Tell you what, though,
as bad as us.
you can go just burn a little green and fucking ease your mind. Those 2 years will go real quick.
Tell that to the guy who got locked up for 2 years for having a little green on him
I'm saying,
on his second offense.
I
or his
understand.
third offense. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
That's the stuff that drives
But I
me
tell you what,
bananas. You're right.
at least it's not going to happen moving forward.
I agree.
You know?
Progress is progress. I
And understand what
Actually,
you're
they
saying.
decriminalized it in Manhattan. How long ago?
A few years
in
ago.
New York. Well, in New York, is that
Yeah,
shit
it just hasn't been recreationally illegal, and they haven't expunged
Exactly.
like they're doing, which I think is great.
right. But you know what? As for like
Again,
Cuomo,
just because I'm a recipient of that.
I haven't seen anyone
no
really.
record anymore.
I haven't seen anyone thanking Cuomo. They were just like, "Oh, great, New York."
Because it's a common
That no
understanding
one's-
that it should have never been illegal. It's a common understanding that they
Right.
dragged this process out, and they promised to do it.
I don't think it's gonna
Our
get him out of any
politicians
fire.
need to understand they're still old.
Yes,
You know what I
old
mean?
white
Like,
man telling me you smoke weed.
I don't
smoke
think-
weed, but I don't judge people for smoking weed. I don't go around like
weed.
you're a weed smoker. I go, dude, don't forget this. That's it. But I won't judge you for smoking weed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a friend, like, she's like, oh, you want to judge me? I'm like, I don't judge you for smoking weed. I just say, you know, there's certain things that you got to make sure you're on top of. That's it. You know, because that's a memory joke. It's a stereotype. It is what it is.
Judge you?
Marijuana affects the memory.
Yeah, I don't judge anyone.
All right. Well, you know,
If you tip back some alcohol, you
Yeah,
can't
like
judge
this.
someone for fucking
Great sangria.
smoking on some herb.
That's
Right.
not true. That's not true.
I guess.
3
But
weeks ago, I can because it was legal for me to recreationally.
Yes,
Legal
semantics.
for you to recreationally smoke.
Semantics.
Now we're on the same level playing field.
hell, look at
Semantics.
New York. You're allowed to buy liquor now from restaurants and take it with you.
I love it.
It's been nice. Been nice.
I love it because we can't have all these quarantine bartenders.
DWIs,
Oh, no.
let's go.
All right, let's.
Oh, but I do want to say one quick thing. There will be an interesting employment concept with this because what people don't realize is recreational.
They say something like 60,000
Like, you have to
jobs.
understand that people who certain jobs can supersede.
They'll still,
state
yes, of
restrictions.
course.
So, like,
of
if you
course.
work for certain places, they can still drug test you. So
Right.
the idiots that are gonna.
Well, I mean, again, yes, that doesn't mean that your employer is going to make it okay
Exactly.
for you to.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, of course.
So just I'm just giving a little heads up. What I'm saying is smoke at home. not on the job.
Or
Quit.
don't fucking
Work for
don't
guys.
work for someone else. Follow your own dream.
Pull yourself up from your bootstraps.
And that entrepreneur
Bootstraps,
plug has been
bootstraps.
brought to you by Bud Light.
Dead ass, baby.
Dead ass.
All right, you want to move on? Let's move on. Because you know what? I wanted to cover this one because, all right, so you know, this thing happened on Jimmy Fallon. Apparently, I guess they're having people back in or some shit. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. I saw something that came up because occasionally I accidentally go on Twitter and then I find myself scrolling like a jackass. It's a cesspool. It's the worst. But Jimmy Fallon had this she's a TikTok star named Addison Rae or whatever. She's got a
I don't know
song
what that
coming out.
means. A TikTok star.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know what that
It doesn't
means.
have to make
So when
sense.
you say toe,
I guess she has a lot of followers.
She's
on
a
the China
millionaire,
app.
and she's got a million. Yeah, she's got over 1 million followers.
How do we become TikTok?
But she was doing all these this TikTok dances. We all know that,
I'll do that.
right?
Okay.
There's certain dances
Sure.
to certain songs. They go viral. Boom. Actually, Dirty Heads even had one. They had a cool one too. Vacation that went a little viral on
And that's
on
called
TikTok.
creativity. I'm impressed. Keep going.
But go on, right?
I just thought it was a horror thing.
No,
You know?
no, not at all.
Oh, all right.
We're way past that.
Oh,
Yeah. So they do these. It's also they
so
do.
everyone's a whore. Gotcha.
Yeah. So they do these dances to these certain songs, certain dances to certain songs. And Addison Rae went on Jimmy Fallon and he held up a card, named the track, and she would do the dance to it. But everyone got pissed at him
Why?
because they didn't give credit to the people who invent or who created those dance moves.
That's just people pushing the limit. I
And I think the reason.
can't.
What do you mean?
I know.
No, as in like this dance was created by this person. Shout out to this person.
Right.
As in this person
Well,
did that.
The reason why it blew up is because all of the dances she did were created by black girls, black guys. So now they all took it as whitewashing, like from the 50s. You know what I'm saying? From like the 50s
Okay,
when like
that is-
Rock
okay,
Around the Clock.
that is not a-
Some
that-
white guy sings it.
Elvis stole
pretty
everything.
funny.
Okay, Elvis stole everything. I see where we're going.
No, not even like that.
Leave the little TikTok whore alone.
Not even like that.
Oh.
It's more like there would be white recording artists that would re-record and they would release that version as well
Yes.
of a song, like Little
Yeah, but
Richie's
I think
song.
that-
Oh,
No,
well,
they got-
that's fucked
So
up.
that's what they're liking.
Okay,
liking
you know what?
it
You know,
to.
after you say that, I could see the comparison.
How many
there.
times we get yelled at by posting a picture and not putting a tag on?
Right.
At first, I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I
From
was
the
like,
photographer
oh, you know what?
saying that, shouts out, this person
Yes,
took this
you're supposed
photo.
with a camera.
Yeah.
2 dots and the person. Act.
Right. So I guess maybe
You guys
they're
don't know
they're
that.
complaining
You
that
don't
it's
Of course
not.
now.
It's not. That's not happening.
Well, I'll tell you this: the issue there is that's a production failure on what is this, NBC?
Jimmy Fallon, yes,
Whatever channel that is.
whatever it is.
So that's a production.
A lot of
failure?
people were saying that, by
What
the
did
way. Don't
Questlove
blame
have to
her.
say?
They're fucking getting millions of dollars to sit there every night and go, okay, have a good night.
The second failure is on Jimmy Fallon himself, and I don't know how old this girl is, but she.
Addison Rae, probably 19, 20.
But at 20 years old, you're a millionaire, so technically she's a business. She's a business. She's $1 million
He's a motherfucker to tell her.
TikTok dancing artist. So I don't know if she has a management. I don't know what she's doing, but there's
She's releasing a song now.
There's a failure on her part
Now
too.
she's a singer.
Not her per se, but her entourage, whoever's in charge of this, should have been like, yo,
But
listen,
here's the thing:
when
no
you
one
do
does
this-
it.
What do you mean?
No one on TikTok does it.
Right, it's not like.
I get what you're
It's
saying.
more like you know how the challenges.
but you can't-
It's more like one of those
This
challenges.
is what I
There's
don't
amazing girl
understand
that
why
makes
no one
$1 million
understands
that doesn't
this.
have management.
This is why Trump wanted to
probably
ban it, because this is literally TikTok is, if you think about it, exactly what China does,
Steal shit.
and that's why it's the China app. Yeah, no, literally, it's intellectual theft. It's intellectual property theft. You know, so and just literally, TikTok is just a platform that enables and encourages it. Learn this dance, do it yourself, and see how many people like you doing a dance that someone else can. I think it's ridiculous, and it's just another reach in cancel culture of people being outraged and needing like a position.
Agreed.
But I understand where they're coming from. There, you know,
Because at first I was like, come on.
because I bet you the guy or the person, the girl, whomever created that dance would love to be on Jimmy Fallon right
That's the
now.
point.
And that was
I
the
totally
original
get that.
point. And
And
then
that's
if
the
you
point.
dive into it, more people.
Because who is
some
this
people,
chick? Just someone who can. You're just a dancer.
You just got lucky.
You're nothing
Right.
special.
She's not a
You're
dancer,
pretty
though.
white girl.
That's it. She's not even
I
a good
imagine,
dancer.
right?
She's an okay dancer.
What?
You should see the other girls dance. The girls who create. They showed one of the dances, and they showed the girls who created it. It was like these, I think,
Oh,
two or three
now I'm
black
gonna
girls,
upset.
and they were
Because
like,
my assumption is she's good
killing
at
it.
She just stole other people's shit. For you to steal,
none of these girls
It's
can
like
dance.
remixing a song and being worse than the original.
It's literally what China does.
It's very rare that you'll find like one of these like pretty white girls who
China.
can really dance.
Actually,
All of them just kinda do the
Our
moves.
good friend,
And they go,
Wawa. You remember Wawa?
of course, her sister.
Her sister's a beast. I believe
yeah?
her name's Cameron. A
Yes,
beast.
she can dance.
She can dance. Like I've been trying to set up a situation forever, but again,
But that's my point.
Yeah.
Like this girl can't dance like that girl.
no.
No, they just kind of
Yeah,
do
see,
the
that's
moves
fucked up.
a little.
Shame on you, Jimmy Fallon, for perpetuating that.
It's hard to say perpetuate when
I
you're
am
pissed.
tired, all right?
What? You can't be tired.
Bro, it's
I've
fixing
been up since
fires.
5:30, man.
What's the next
Bro,
topic?
enough with the
I'm
fucking
excited. Let's
kids,
keep
bro.
going.
I'm just kidding.
Life is good. What do you got,
No, it
kids?
wasn't even my kids. My kids woke up at 8:30. They're on spring break.
All right, I'm gonna stay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay on TikTok for a second because this
What are you
this
tired
actually
for?
kind of involves
What are you tired? You're married with kids flipping houses?
we're fixing fire
Yeah.
damage.
Moving.
Pussy.
Your house is on fire?
Back in
Yo,
my
you're
house.
just straight pussy right now,
Yeah, you're building dividers. Like, yeah, come on, bro. Get up. Wake up. Get a grip.
bro. You are old.
Old school.
What
Look at
old
them.
people do, they fall
No.
asleep. All right, go ahead. Go back onto your China app.
China at China. All right, well, this is gonna piss you off
China.
even more.
Let's hear it.
So a 12-year-old kid died trying to do a TikTok blackout challenge
Yeah, I heard about that.
by tying a shoelace around his neck. So he
Yeah.
wanted to see himself pass
that's
out.
not-
That doesn't shock me. That's
Right,
been happening
right.
since
I know,
we were
but
kids.
Okay.
No, but that's not the point where I'm bringing it up. But go on. I'll
No, I'm just thinking that social media, as it comes to kids, like parents live in a day and age like where they have the ability to not have to micromanage a child. So basically, instead of like, don't do this, don't do that, a kid can look at an iPad and be quiet in the corner. And I'm not a parent, but I get it. That's awesome. Like, shut up, watch the iPad so I can have
No,
peace.
it's terrible.
No, for you. And
Turn into zombie kids.
Yes,
but
and they
what I'm
get
saying
angry
is-
when they get off.
Forget zombies. This is the extreme of that situation. The extreme is that the technology can now kill your child because you refuse to supervise it because you're just happy for your peace. So this kid's on an iPhone or iPad doing a TikTok challenge, and he put a rope around his neck, which minus the phone.
Was it? Oh, wait. Did he film it? Was this on?
Yeah, it's a TikTok challenge.
That's what I'm saying. So minus the phone, everything else about that would have been weird to someone.
Yeah.
A rope around your neck.
well, that's what I was gonna
You do
ask
it.
too, like-
Well, with a phone, it's like, oh, it's one of those challenges, and then
There's
Yeah,
yes,
all right,
there's,
I
and there's
see.
other there's other challenges too.
So-
There's this
don't
one
let the ice water challenge.
I look
The
at
ice
it
water
like this.
challenge
started-
could hurt you. The ice
But that
water
was
challenge,
that was to raise money for ARS.
right,
I
but that
agree.
started challenges basically.
but that started
Yeah,
challenges.
essentially.
And other than those, a lot of them.
My
are just
kid
crazy.
does challenges. She's like, Dad, can we do the gummy worm challenge?
Just
Can we
be
do the-"
careful because there's also like because
Run
look at
into the
this.
wall challenge. Anything. Don't
No. There's this one. There's the skull breaker challenge, which is you like if you get me to jump for some reason, maybe playing basketball, and then both you kick my knees out while I'm in air.
Okay, those are people who obviously.
That's
never
the
played-
challenge, by the way.
That's people who obviously never played a sport because
Okay.
there's nothing funny about sports situations,
Especially in
that
basketball,
can
it's the worst thing
hurt
that can happen.
people. Like basketball, when you're in the air,
I have a theory.
is the most defenseless thing you can be.
Even in football, but basketball's worse because there's no
Yeah,
pads.
there's no pads. So like,
hardwood floor.
when you're in the air, there's nothing more scarier than being 4 foot off the ground and not knowing how you're gonna land. Like, are you kidding me? Like that.
Yep, that's a broken ankle,
That's a
that's a
broken,
broken knee,
That's
that's-
your
yeah,
career,
so
your
many
life.
things.
That's not even the worst one. There's another one called.
I can't right now.
I gotta tell you this one. This one's funny. The outlet challenge.
Cow trouble's right. Ban TikTok.
You shove
The outlet
the
challenge.
metal thing in the outlet.
You put a metal thing in there, and you put a coin like to expose against the prong. Like the plug is not all the way in. You put a coin to expose the prong,
bro.
and you gotta shock yourself.
Bro.
We didn't do anything. Like there wasn't any challenges like this, right?
I have a
There wasn't-
theory.
Safer than Tide
Was there
Pods.
stupid shit at
I have a theory, guys.
That's safer than the Florida kids.
like
eating
maybe
salt,
the
but
knockout
this is bad.
challenge? Like
No, the knockout
kids-
challenge is bad, horrible. When,
Right, what
when
I'm
we were
saying,
running
so we
knocking
did
people out,
stupid shit.
I thought that was dumb too.
All right.
That's that challenge.
California knockouts. You guys never did that in school, right?
Yes, where you run around and knock people out.
No, you fucking choke yourself out until you get all in your.
Oh yeah,
in your
that's
feet.
that's the.
That's basically what the shoelace
No,
thing
we
is.
didn't
Only
do
that.
they're
Yeah,
stupid and they're tying something around their neck that you would have
Well,
to
he
take
just
off.
did it that way.
In
I
a
don't think-
panic, what you would do is you would do
Right.
this to yourself until you would fucking faint. Or if you were the man at it, you would go through the time and then you'd be able to stand up and you'd be all fucking dizzy and stupid. My point is this.
Just like Hulk
Here's
Hogan.
my theory.
2 seconds, you had a Hulk Hogan hacksaw your nose.
Here's my theory on this. This is just nature. This is just what happens. It's been happening from the dawn of time.
Oh, you're bringing
right?
nature in.
It's
Go
like
on.
it's like George Carlin said it the best, right? Like why mandatory helmets now? Whatever happened to the kid who grew up to eat too many marbles doesn't get to grow up and have kids of his own? And it's like and he's right
You
there.
talking about natural selection? Like,
Right,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
saying
exactly
it's
what he's
nature
talking
in a
about,
sense,
motherfucker.
right?
What
So
do
it's
you
like,
mean?
hear me out on this. It's like, I hate to say it, but
fuck them.
people, no, not just fucking, just like people are going to die, and they have to die. Like people have to die, otherwise, Otherwise, our civilization doesn't function. Like it's all a cycle. You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's just they have to die.
If the kid who tied a shoelace around his neck didn't die, some kid was gonna fall out of a tree. You know what I mean? Like when we were growing up, I rode my big wheel off of my grandmother's roof. Like.
Hey, yeah.
My kids wouldn't.
And you have 4 kids.
My kids wouldn't do that today. Why? Because they don't play like we used to play back then. I used to run off we used to sneak into the lady across the street from us's backyard because she had a big dormer extension in the back and she had an illegal pool that was put in the 70s that had a 12-foot deep end. It was mint. When we were kids, 10, 11 years old, we would sneak into her backyard, climb up the back of her house, run off of the roof, and jump into her fucking 12-foot pool.
Oh, so you had fun.
We had a great time.
There you go.
I would run off my grandmother's roof and jump and grab the hanging branch.
It's like sitting on a stoop.
Sometimes you missed.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you didn't.
That's the Long Island version.
The fat kid down the end of the block who couldn't get airtime, guess what happened when he reached for that branch? He broke his fucking leg. You know what I mean? But that's how we grew up. That's how kids grew up. Now they're tying fucking ropes around their necks.
This what he's talking about is the equivalent of sitting on the stoop in Brooklyn.
Not exactly, but I hear what you're saying. But my whole thing is, okay.
I did both. Whatever.
I understand natural selection. I really do. I even understand what you're trying to explain. But my thing is,
You jump off a roof.
as a society, we get better and we learn from previous generations and previous eras. So it's kind of our duty to have kids do things a little bit better than we did. Like that's the whole point. We like
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. They should learn their own lessons in their own way.
What I'm saying is the kid who tied the shoelace around his neck obviously didn't grow up outside and get choked out by the neighborhood bully.
I know,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but
otherwise you wouldn't put a fucking rope around your neck.
But
because you know what that's gonna do.
Jesse, our biggest challenge when we were children was literally.
Don't get stolen.
No,
Well,
literally peer pressure.
He technically didn't die though. He's brain dead.
Oh God, that's
Worse.
It's even worse.
Okay, so
And he's got a twin, and twin found him.
So I'm saying, so now we got trauma. So my whole thing is,
Yeah, no. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, again,
Right.
the kid who fucking
So,
runs outside and
my point
falls
is-
in the pool because the pool doesn't have a fence around it.
If he
and-
would have
you know
did
what
the
I mean?
other,
Like-
if he would have did it the other way, he might have still been brain
Right.
damaged. That's my point.
Right, it's you tied something around your neck
my
like
point
an
is
idiot.
that we dealt with peer pressure. They're dealing with the
Popularity pressure.
popularity pressure. They're dealing with the fact that technology gets right to them. Like peer
Yeah.
pressure.
I'm glad.
close
You
the
know,
door.
this is gonna sound fucked up. I'm glad these things are happening now because it's helping me parent the future.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
Yeah.
I know that I believe in personal responsibility and privacy rights, but you're my kid? Fuck you and your rights.
Yeah.
Give me your phone. I want to see what you're looking at on
100%.
whatever app this is.
100%.
You know?
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm from the whoop that.
I will say though, I don't mean to be so, harsh on what I was saying there. Like obviously, like that's a horrible story, and like I feel terrible for the kid and especially the twin who has to survive that. Like,
Right.
Like that's awful.
That's lifestyle.
And then also you're gonna look at your twin for the rest of your life and be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like why would you tie a rope around your neck, you dummy?
Right. It's pissed off as
Just like things like that annoy me, and like I want to just yell at the parents. Be like, what did you teach this kid?
That's where I'm
What
at.
did you
with
teach
it.
this kid that?
That's where I'm at with
Like
it.
you never had to have that talk. Like, hey, we don't put things around our necks. I've had that talk with my 3-year-old already. Hey, buddy, don't run around with that around your neck. How come? What if you get it caught in the door and you choke yourself out? It's terrible. It's gonna hurt.
kids just like to put plastic bags over their heads. I know I did it when I was
so
a
did
kid.
I.
I never did that.
I did.
I
But it was not
I
like a
a
baby,
nerd.
just as like a kid. Whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody ever goes for the rip. They always try to untie.
It's just like you never see those.
Just rip it.
Yeah.
Just fucking rip it. Bro, I just think, fucking rip it.
Just right in there.
I can't.
I don't know. What if they use that 6 mil
You
plastic,
could never
bro?
suffocate me from behind. It just wouldn't happen.
How you gonna get through that 6 mil plastic?
That's why I will finger fuck my mouth hole until that plastic rips so I can get a gasp of air.
And this commercial break is brought to you by.
topic.
So basically, you're saying John Wick was stupid because
No, John Wick is the
but
greatest
he got
superhero.
choked by a plastic bag and he didn't go for the rip.
Yes, he did. He
No, the
eventually
other
did.
dude from across the street,
Which John Wick are we talking?
the first one.
No, he ripped the plastic.
He didn't rip the plastic.
Eventually, he ripped
He
the
got
plastic.
saved by fucking the other old guy across the street with the sniper
You
rifle.
might be right. I have to watch it.
Willem Dafoe, that's his name.
William
Dafoe.
Willem, come on.
He was the guy in
Willem.
with Ice Cube,
Sibilance.
X something,
Sibilance.
Triple X or something.
He was in that.
Yeah.
Boondock
Saints.
Saints.
Yeah, of course he was in Boondock Saints. That's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Both of them.
What's next? We're flying through this. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, you know,
Flying
I'm
up,
down,
man.
man.
New York. Congratulations, New York.
I get high every day.
Oh man! All right, let's do.
Not me,
You know
but
what?
that's a song.
I want to talk a little about some sports stuff real fast
All right, throw it out there.
because the Jets might take a tight end at number 2. They're saying,
No, they're not.
and
not.
I will
The Jets.
destroy them.
The Jets.
if this happens.
The Jets
You
will take a
understand?
quarterback.
Bro, I'll destroy them if they
I'm
take a
gonna
tight
explain to you
end.
right now.
Sam Darnold's the truth.
I'm going to make this very clear.
I'll destroy them.
Sam Darnold is a talented quarterback. I like Sam.
He would be a very talented quarterback coach.
Listen, I won't go that far. Sam Darnold's very talented.
Good at telling motherfuckers how to do it.
I like Sam Darnold a lot. However,
Why?
he had the misfortune because he was a good college quarterback, and unfortunately, he had the misfortune.
playing for USC.
What people don't understand about sports,
he's
I
just
agree.
what
thinking
people don't
in
understand about sports, it's not just about your talent; it's where you land. Like someone's gonna go play
Talk
for
to
the-
Barry Sanders about
someone's gonna
that,
play
man.
for the 49ers, and they're gonna have the best offensive coach of all time, in my opinion. One of the best offensive coach, and they're gonna be great.
Playoffs.
I agree.
Someone's gonna land at Jacksonville, and their life's gonna suck forever. And then someone's gonna go to the Jets, and it could go either way. Like that's what it's so like.
Ah,
Sam
there
Darnold-
it is. There's the optimistic
Yeah,
Jet
baby.
fan.
Woo!
Either way,
Weird,
that's a
but
compliment.
yeah,
The
good
Jets
job.
should have been the number 1 on that list.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
You're going to go to the New York Jets,
Jesse.
and your life is going to be terrible.
No, what happens with the Jets is every time we get a new coach, believe it or not, their first year is decent. So this guy's probably gonna go.
This is why I hate Rex Ryan, because all Rex Ryan did was just stroke you guys just a little bit and give you just enough to hang on.
I'm sorry,
And
two
just
fucking
enough,
That was years
just
ago, bro.
enough to hang on and
No,
be
that was
like,
years ago.
yeah, but
That was years ago.
we
Sorry,
can
Mr.
still
4
turn
fucking
it
Super Bowls
around.
in my lifetime. I'm sorry. I apologize, Mr. 5.
Yeah, we
New York
can turn
Giants.
it around.
I wish we can get rid of Eli Manning. I want to coach Coughlin. Next year he wins the fucking Super Bowl. Everyone's like, Coughlin, bro.
You never heard me
New
say
York
that.
to New
Hold
York.
on.
I've always been, have I not always been an Eli Manning defender?
Hold on. New York Giants.
His whole career.
Oh,
I was
fucking-
happy we traded Phillip Rivers for Eli. Get rid of that crybaby piece of shit.
New York Giants, home of the 9 and 7 Super Bowls. Okay, now let's get back.
I'm sorry. No, you said that wrong. Home of Super Bowl champions.
Yeah,
9 and 7 Super Bowl champions.
Sorry,
Champions.
home of
Thank
the
you.
9 and 7 Super Bowl champions.
Champions.
One better than your losses. But go ahead. So,
Champions.
So one better than 500 Super Bowl.
Champions. Champion.
Hey,
2-time Super Bowl
the
MVP
Jets-
champions.
Sam Darnold's damaged goods. And
Not
that's
as
the
good
bottom
as
line.
Eli.
I'm making it very simple. He's damaged goods. He had too many coaches, too many systems. They all failed. Todd Bowles, Adam Gase. It's all a disaster. He can start someone new with someone with strong leadership.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds like the New York Jets organization.
I agree. It is. It's a bad
they're
organization.
the worst.
It's a bad organization.
Listen, I'm a
right.
diehard Giant
I'm okay
fan
with
in a family, a deep family of Jet fans. Okay. Oh God, everyone.
That's like my brother.
Except for me and Uncle Doug, we're the only 2 Giant fans. Everyone else die hard.
Well, you guys got a curse coming.
Who?
You, the Giants.
Why?
Because Strahan fixed his gap. He shouldn't have done that.
Oh, stop
You're
it.
fucked, bro. You're gonna be the gap.
No, that's what we
It's
needed.
gonna be the gap
He
curse.
just put it back together.
Nah, the gap curse. You fucked up. He fucked
put
up.
us back together
Just admit
with
he
that.
fucked up.
He
and
did
He
it.
got rid of his gap.
He put us back together.
Now he's like all pretty.
Now
and
we're
shit.
whole.
He's like a pretty handsome.
Now we're whole.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
Now we got no gaps.
Bro, come
Danny
on.
Dimes, let's go.
You fucked
That
up.
was my jet. That's my jet take. You could do whatever you want with it. Just get rid of him. Draft a quarterback.
I'm sorry.
Press on.
I'm being disrespectful
No,
to
that's
y'all's team.
No, I don't
I
care.
hate you so much.
I don't care.
Talk about it, guys. I'm just gonna sit back
no, fucking
and think of the greatest catch in Super Bowl
What else you got
history.
in- what else you got for sports? That's it?
No, not really.
Yeah, I'm done with the Jets.
Didn't I send you guys that?
And if no,
Didn't I send you guys that?
No.
That David Tyree catch? I think I did.
no,
recently because I
Nah,
watched it.
you haven't.
Watched the whole
The
drive.
bubblegum catch.
The
I
NFL
watched
is
that
now
whole drive.
17 games.
18.
I love it.
Yeah, 18 weeks. Yeah, 17 games.
Just pay them.
Are they going to pay him? Well, they have been paying him more.
Well,
Fucking
here's the thing. What did they say about preseason? Are they extending the
Less.
regular season?
I think it's be 2 games.
Yeah, see, I don't like that. You know what we're going to see now is
More injuries.
More injuries.
Yeah, but okay.
Allegedly.
But Jesse, if you're $1 million athlete,
Allegedly.
whose job is it to keep yourself in shape, nutrition wise, stretching wise?
The coaches.
What?
Don't tell that to fucking Russell
hold on.
Wilson. He just
Hold
he's
on.
spending a fucking
Is
million.
Mr. Personal Responsibility. What? What? Is
Well
the coach
played.
just
Pick himself up.
Well
Someone should be
played.
picking him up and helping him
played.
out.
Tell them pick themselves by the cleats?
Yo, I
And get it
agree.
going.
No, I'm with you. I'm obviously just fucking with you.
No, I know.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so like,
100% goes to
You're
the
asking me to
coach.
feel bad?
Goes to the
You're
coach.
asking me? Tom Brady's 43 years old, bro, and he didn't get injured. I don't care. Figure it out.
I agree.
Figure it out.
I agree. Someone needs to call Brady's guy.
Yeah,
You brought up the Brady guy. 17 games, though. What do you think of that?
I think it's great.
I think it's awesome. It gives
Because
Tom Brady
because
one more game to
watches
beat more
preseason.
records.
No one watches preseason, so give me one more real game to watch.
You know what? I like to argue with you. I gotta agree with you there. Nobody watches preseason. Like, what do you, I watch maybe.
You watched the first half of the third game because that's when all the starters
No.
play. The
Oh,
first half of the third
Oh,
game.
you see.
I went to Jet Giant third game and I go, I fucking hate this.
Yes,
And I-
that's exactly.
But that 17th game now. See, this. What are they going to do? The 17th game is interconference. So that means.
You know what's great about the 17th game? It's
Why
gonna be again
only the
this year.
17th?
Well, that's what all the
playoff
games
game.
in the 17th
It's a
week
fake playoff
are
game.
all interconference.
Yeah, it's a
like
fake-
they're just it's conference. It's not within your league. It's so like I think the Patriots are playing. Fuck.
Another team in the AFC.
No, NFC.
Oh, right. So
Inter-
it's
meaning-
It won't
Gotcha.
really affect playoffs.
Right. So they want.
So the Giants are
they
playing
want more
Miami.
Super Bowls.
Right. Giants are playing Miami. Jets are playing Eagles.
Right.
There's gonna be some interesting games.
Yeah, I mean that
Packers
happens
versus
anyway.
Chiefs. That's
cool.
gonna be
I'm
good.
fine with that. Oh no, that doesn't happen at all. I don't know if I like this now. Here we are. We're baseball.
Interleague play. Well, no, they're never going to be baseball
Yeah, but
because
it's one
baseball
game.
sucks.
Watch your mouth, Gene.
It's the last game of the year.
Sucks.
I don't like change.
Baseball.
Yeah,
no
No, I think it's going to be
If
great.
you have 10
Actually,
wins, no one's going to be playing.
No, I
that
think
game.
it's gonna be
If
awesome.
you have 10 wins,
I said no. I think it's going to be
Right.
awesome.
If you have 11 wins, JP,
I think it should
the
be.
starters won't even be in
I
that
feel
game.
like it should be
I would
another.
love for the Giants to be able to play the fucking Ravens again. Yeah.
Did you not like the Giants Patriots week 17? The
that was great.
The infamous game
was
that led
great.
to the Super Bowl run.
That was great.
Oh yeah, see, interconference. But there's going to be more of those. But the thing is they're going to be more Giants game, and they're going to be more often. Or they're just going to shuffle them around.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Nobody cares about
I
Giants.
want a Jet Giants Super Bowl. That's never going to happen in my lifetime, I don't think.
With Danny Nichols, no.
Danny Nichols. He made change with that man. You know what I'm saying? He made
Speaking of,
change.
Danny Nichols.
Here's some useless information for you guys.
Go for it.
Go on, I got
Right.
one too.
Zimbabwe, their leading export is nickel.
Why?
You're welcome.
If you could tell me why.
Why is it nickel?
Because they mine
This is the
Nichols.
bartender and Jesse, just random useless facts.
Yeah.
But I got one.
Go ahead.
Sharks have been around longer than trees.
Ooh. What, yeah, but the earth is well water, so I can believe that. It's 70%.
Hey, but still, it's still pretty fucking trees, man. Trees! You're leaning on a tree. You're sitting on a tree.
Sharks have been around longer than trees. Did you fact check that?
I believe it.
A science website said it, so I'm going to believe them.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, but did Google say it?
Ask Alexa.
Because, that bitch don't know.
Samsung, has sharks been around longer than trees?
I don't think that's the key word. It just randomly turns on and
know,
shit
that's
sometimes.
weird.
It's kind of creepy, right? I don't know, man.
Interesting. I like useless information. That's fun. I had a
right?
6th grade social studies teacher. He used
Kinda
to
looks
start
like-
off every class with, "Here's 5 minutes of useless information."
But 5 minutes? How much? Like, you just
Well,
gave
I
us
mean, I
4
guess-
seconds.
But it's good for
He would talk
conversation.
about
It's
it.
good
He
for
would
con-
talk about
it's
it.
good for conversation.
Like he's the one who's, Zimbabwe's leading export is nickel, right? And then would explain why.
Do you remember any other ones?
Like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I got a slew. Of things.
Including the word slew, which is a very.
Well, now that you're putting me on the
You are
spot,
upping your vocabulary. I like this.
It's because he was hanging out with Ergo 2 weeks ago.
What is that?
What?
Ergo, that was the guy from the studio.
Oh, when Michael used the word ergo.
Yes.
I forgot he used that word.
I'm like, what?
That shit stands out to me.
Yeah.
When people just start trying to use
Ergo.
fucking fancy words like that.
Ergo.
Furthermore,
I can't use words
Talk
those.
like that. Do I don't talk.
no, you don't. You don't.
No, I don't think you do, man.
What else you got?
What they finally fucking released that damn ship out of the Suez Canal.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The ship that was stuck in the Suez
Titanic?
Canal.
No, the time.
You don't know about the
crashed in the
fucking
Suez
ship
Canal.
that was stuck in the Suez Canal
Nope.
because Egypt's got to get their shit straight.
Nope.
Bro, it fucking ruined like 90% of the world's fucking like economy fucking dropped because of it. Probably why wood's up 188%, which is what Jesse really wants to bitch about.
Yeah, okay.
You don't know about this? The
Why would I
container
know about
ship
this?
that got stuck.
How would I know about this?
Blocked the canal and exports were
Where
like
did it happen?
Suez
non-existent.
Canal, off the right side of you.
Why would I know about this? Why do I care?
Because the economy. You're like in a like blah, economy blah guy. That
What
guy.
were they shipping?
Things.
What
It's
kind of
not
things?
just what they were shipping.
Were
It's
they
what
shipping things here?
all kinds of things.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
No, I have no idea about the ship in the Suez Canal.
You guys are crazy.
Gene, do you know about this fucking thing?
I know part like I.
But do you know about it?
Yes.
The
He
end.
knows about it because you texted it earlier.
That's correct. And I do know.
And you didn't know about it before.
No, I know
Everyone's
Suez-
talking about
I
this
know that
shit.
the Suez Canal is big for trade.
Who's
in that
ever, where
region.
you been and who are you hanging around with that people are concerned about local Egyptian policies?
It's
and
not
shit?
local Egyptian policies, Jack.
No, that's all Mediterranean.
It's global economy
How?
because they're like that's where all the exporting and import. It all goes through that fucking
How
canal.
long was this ship stuck?
Oh, like 2 weeks.
What?
A week or a week
Whose ship
or two.
is it?
Evergreen was the company.
Fired.
Oh, you're firing people?
A Chinese company.
Fired. Even
Whoa,
more.
whoa, whoa.
So this sounds
Skip,
like
I have no idea.
I was gonna say this sounds like a pandemic here.
there we
They're
go.
gonna start jackknifing. What happened? Did he try to, he
I don't think both
he tried
jackknife,
to
that's called
Austin
sinking.
Powers the Suez Canal.
Someone did that already. Yeah, I saw that meme.
Oh,
the
did
driver
someone-
to the Suez Canal, and it was just Boston Paris going fucking.
Yeah, I don't know anything about
That's
it.
too much.
I'm happy that it's out.
Do you feel like people are less liberal right now with Biden?
I don't think that I like what.
Interesting question.
Yeah, this is a great question.
Because there's
It's
people that I'm
something
like, oh, this guy's liberal, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, now that they're not anything.
No, I think people are not as toxic.
Wow. I can't believe you just say that.
Right? Like,
Wow.
it's
Is this on camera?
okay.
I think. So. Let me double check. That.
All right, I'm gonna explain why.
Wow, hold on. I'm listening.
There was a lot of heat, right? And no matter what, whomever you spoke to, a politics was getting brought up, right? Someone was saying something, and if you danced around and didn't immediately just denounce Trump,
Right.
You're an asshole.
you're an asshole.
Okay, fair.
So now I feel like people are just a little bit, they're back to normal, where it's like, I don't have to, I'm not on edge. I don't have to be scared that someone's going to know I'm a Trump supporter or not. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you have to
Like,
either defend him or
denounce him.
denounce him. You just
Yeah.
chill.
You could just be, you're back to people not giving a shit who you voted for or what you think. You know what I mean?
So is that a bad thing or a good thing?
I haven't decided that yet.
No, it's fair. That's fair.
Obviously for the current climate, I think it's a good thing, right? Because people have been so fucking crazy
Yes.
the last year. But for the future, no, I think it's a bad thing. I think that it's like, what's a good way to put it? Okay,
Go on.
it's
sir.
like it's like not.
like
It's like telling the truth, right? Telling the truth is hard.
Yes.
Right? Not like I don't have a problem not lying, like I'm not a liar, right? So like but telling the truth is hard because it's conflict.
Yeah.
right.
In the immediate,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
But if you tell the truth, if you're truthful and you deal with that conflict, it makes the future better.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And it's something that I learned, especially with Oogie, right? Like I would bite my tongue a lot because I just don't want to upset him right now and say what needs to be said. You know, so it's not that I'm lying, but I'm not being truthful.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like, like there's just like that weight has been lifted, right? So is it good? Yes, for the moment, but in the long term, no, because we're not being truthful right now.
Right.
It's just like we're kind of just like,
Shut up.
okay, we get a break. We get a break.
Yeah,
for a
but
minute.
that'll wear off.
That'll wear off. Especially, I feel like it is. So getting back to your
There are
question,
people-
I feel like yes, a lot of people are. I don't want to say less liberal, because I feel like it has exacerbated liberals, right? Where the liberals that voted for Biden that were duped by his progressiveness are more liberal right now and more democratic party.
I warned
You know what
them.
I'm saying? Like
I
we're
warned them.
dropping more bombs in the Middle East.
Yeah,
Like we were dropping bombs before we got our checks. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying? Like,
correct.
and that people see that, and
that's
people
why
are not happy about
we
that.
had to borrow the money to get the bombs. Like they're not free. Okay.
100%. I mean, you know,
Bombs aren't free, guys.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so
There are
I
banks
mean,
of.
I don't know. I think it's a very good looking question,
No, I love it. I think.
and yeah, that's just
Look at
my
mouth.
that's my take on it. Right
No,
there.
I love it. I think that you said are people less liberal? I think that
Yeah.
what happens is that, and I think he touched on it. I think that it's not that people are less liberal. I think that the liberals who are extremists don't have the platform they thought they would have. So now they're actually more dangerous because now they're strategizing.
Well, I mean, again,
organizing.
we removed Trump from it, so there's really no platform for them.
That's why.
No, that's not true.
The whole platform was just denouncing and shouting about Trump.
Yes
He's
and
gone
no.
now.
Yes and no, because you have to understand, the platform was Trump is bad, and let's team up with the other side of the Democratic Party, get Biden in, and then move our agenda. And like I told everyone about Biden being 2.0, like not gonna happen. He's 80 years old, not gonna happen. So what happened now? They're like, holy shit,
Cut the malarkey.
Yeah, come on.
I don't think Kamala even wants to deal with that super hard
Because
like
she's
left.
a prosecutor.
She's a cop.
She's a cop.
Right.
She's a cop. Like, she's probably had a heart attack when she heard Blue Lives, when she was the Blue Lives Matter problem. She probably had just like, she's a cop. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? But like, she understands that side. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, you want me to what? What do you mean? What? Or was it, oh, defund the police. You want me to what? What?
I am the police.
If I defunded the police, I wouldn't have a job. Why would I do that?
She's locked up more minorities for marijuana
Don't
offenses.
get me started. Don't get me started. But
We've gone down this
But
road.
That grinds my gears.
But I did tell
we've
you,
gone down that
she has a chance to correct that. So make it legal everywhere. But my thing is that, so the conservative people are in the process of regrouping because, like I told you for a long time, the Republican triangle offense, which is Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, and Mitch McConnell, fell. Yo, that's a triangle offense, bro. They
I don't know
fell
if you throw Cruz in that.
1,000%.
McCarthy, I would say, over Cruz. Just because Cruz has no problem calling those fuckers out. Not that I'm a Ted Cruz fan. I'm just saying.
He's 50-50.
You know.
He's part of the offense.
I feel like I'm shouting enough. No.
But he,
maybe.
Speaking, not to cut,
good.
just because it's a Ted Cruz thing. Did you see that video
No.
of him going down to the border, and they're not letting him?
See the kids?
They're not letting him film, and he's just like, I am a sitting United States senator. Like,
Did he film?
you can't. He was trying to, and there was a lady. You need to have respect for the people that are in here. Have respect, and she's blocking the camera. But like you can see, it's like we're worried about coronavirus, and they literally have like 80 people in a small room smaller than this.
They can social distance. No, I'm joking.
I'm just saying. So it's like
you shook him there, and he's like,
No, but listen.
"That's better than a shook Jesse."
Once again, this is why politics is dirty and nasty. There are children at the border that should not be there. Now let's dissect that. Any parent who's ever said, I would do anything for my children, if you don't understand why people try to sneak kids into the country, you're crazy. Now,
Agreed.
anybody who understands the law, and if you're a law-abiding citizen, I understand why you don't want them in the country because they're not supposed to be here. So it's a very simple argument.
Yeah,
like, people make it sound
supposed to sneaking my kids into Mexico.
Yeah, like people make it like, how could you not understand? I understand both sides. Done. The end. But what people don't understand is that the sense of urgency about what's happening switches between what party's in office. That's a crime. That's a crime in itself. Like, if the Republicans are in office, then the liberal agenda is, holy shit, look what they're doing to the kids. Now we have a Democrat in office. It's like not that big a deal. It's a detention center, not a camp. Like all these words that being played.
It's not a concentration camp anymore.
Like, it's just like, come on, give me a break. The kids haven't moved in literally 6 years. 6 years.
Who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages?
No, you're right.
He's right.
He's
You know,
right.
I mean,
and the thing is, and this is what I always try to stress on the show, is the hypocrisy of politics. Like when people are going so hard for a candidate or a political party and you just are blind, you got your blinders on to the hypocrisy about life and death situations like on the border, like that's a problem to me. Same thing with the marijuana. Like this, like a bunch of old people just didn't want you to smoke weed. They don't like it. You shouldn't do it. And
I just, you know, it's like,
This
is my whole thing on this is that like, because I wanted to talk about the border issues as well. And it's like, I agree with you. It's like just the straight hypocrisy now. It's like people were up in arms, like hardcore about the crisis at the border during the Trump administration. And then immediately it's like, you think that it just went away? No. Oh, Biden is just a much more humanitarian
type guy.
Then
exactly.
Why? Because he says that he is, or because y'all were duped into believing that he is? Like again, they're all of the things that Trump was saying throughout his presidency about the border. Yes, sure, some things were embellished, but they're all rooted in truth. You know, so it's not that just kids were coming across unattended and they were throwing them into cages. Like, we've known this
for years,
for a long time, that this is how drug smugglers get their shit in.
Yeah.
You know, it's also human trafficking. Like, it's a big, profitable business at the border.
Yes.
And to turn a blind eye on that now, because your guy's in office and you don't want to shine the spotlight on the negatives, like that's just... Keep that same energy. That's my whole thing. Like, I could care less. You know what I mean? Obviously, yes, I would have preferred 4 more years of Trump. I think that our economy would have definitely, you know, been better off for it. But hey, I don't wish Biden. You know, I wish him well. I live here. I want it to do well. You know, I want the border to be secured, and I want people to be treated fairly and taken care of down there. And I think that it's a gross message that the DNC ran for on a long time, just to gain themselves votes to win the presidency. You literally put out what seems like promises to desperate, hopeless people that they will be accepted here. And now you're doing the same thing that the past administration has done.
Think anyone will be privy to this anytime soon?
What do you mean?
Motherfuckers will figure out what's going on, like people on the left especially that wanted Biden in and truly believed? Or do you think they just don't even see it?
I don't think they care. I think it's because at the end of the day in Washington, the theme is just keep control of power. Like that's what it is.
And I agree with that 100%. And I think that what happens is, and this is what people don't understand, everything that you're burning about, like as an American citizen, things that you are burning about, abortion, transgender rights, guns, Second Amendment, whatever you're burning about is just a chess piece on a board. That's all it is. So you want to go fight your neighbor or your friend across the street or the guy at work and he's an asshole. That's just a talking point on a chessboard.
Dude, I was getting
and if
hit
you
up.
ever fall for that, you're just stupid.
I was getting hit up left and right last week about the whole, did you hear they're gonna send people in to confiscate
Sure they
weapons?
are.
And it's like,
Really?
okay,
Here we go again.
I mean, is it a worry for me?
No.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, I guess
Is
you're
it a
right.
worry for me? Yes, because history repeats itself. You know what I mean? And you can look at You could look at all of the leaders that did this in the past and what the outcome was of that. I'm not trying to be, cute with that angle. I'm just saying that is a worry for me, right? Especially seeing how, and I don't say this lightly, but how brainwashed our youth is. Okay, I listened to Jim Brewer was on Joe Rogan recently, and Jim Brewer I always like Brewer. You know what I mean?
Half-Baked's my favorite movie.
He's hilarious. You know what I mean? Great insight. That was a great interview. I don't know if you listened to it, but
he had a big take. I saw. There was a big take.
He had a big thing to say about COVID and how it's the biggest voodoo trip, voodoo trick on us. And he makes a lot of good points. Joe Rogan made a great point about the nocebo effect, and how that's even worse than the placebo effect. Yeah. And, everything they were saying totally makes sense.
Fuck's a nocebo effect.
It's like... it's pretty much the opposite of the placebo effect. So the nocebo effect would be someone tells you that you have something wrong with you. So like the example he gave, there was a guy who died. He was diagnosed with cancer. He got so depressed, his immune system shut down, and he wound up dying. And on his autopsy,
he never had cancer.
It was benign. He didn't have cancer.
Jesus Christ.
But just the news of it and the depression of it, sentiment. So it's like the nocebo. Like someone tells you that something is wrong. And that's kind of what they were talking about with Corona, right? Like the fear has been ramped up so much in it. I saw a great meme, by the way. How are we going to know if the vaccines are working? Are we going to go from a 99.7 mortality rate to a 99.8? I thought that one was fucking... Yeah, that's funny. What was my whole point of that? Oh, so...
nerd, go on!
Yeah, Congratulations, New York. Congratulations.
Clearly someone was ahead of the curve. Or the law.
Yeah. What were we talking about
There
before?
it is, baby.
Joe Rogan.
Why did I go into that? What was the main topic we were talking about?
Jim Brewer. Good
Before
point.
him.
That was it.
I brought him up to make a point of what we were talking about.
We were talking about. The last thing I was talking about was about politicians and how they use everything as a chessboard. Everything is a talking point.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah, so Jim Brewer was talking about his daughter and how he's like, his daughter went away to college. He's like, and she was gone for like 3 months at this point, and then she came home, and it was, racism this and gender, oppression. I'm offended. Gender this, gender.
Really?
Sex. He's like, it was just like a new person, a different human. He's like, why am I spending $30,000 to $40,000 a year for my kid to get indoctrinated? He's like, and it was very apparent. And I took that shit to heart because I've been saying that for years. That it's like fucking indoctrination camp, And here's a guy who's, I don't know Jim Brewer, you know what I mean?
He's the guy.
I don't know his politics.
Long Island guy.
You know what I mean? He's never been a political figure at all. I've never even heard him talk about it until right now. You know what I mean?
And like Metallica.
To hear him say this, it's like, oh wow, I'm not crazy. This actually is happening.
Right,
I never thought you were crazy. My issue.
Motherfucker.
I never thought you were crazy. No, I never thought you were crazy. My issue is that the knowledge is out there. It's easier to get to it than it's ever been. So people being brainwashed by any type of topic is your choice.
No.
Yes.
No. How is it your choice?
Brainwashing doesn't work that way, Gene.
If you tell me something,
how is it your choice?
And Jesse tells me the same thing, I go home and I research.
The mind is a fucked up thing, though. If you don't, if I trust you,
you're an older man who has knowledge and wisdom, and you think for yourself. When you were 18 and you get shoved into a college, you listen to what your professor says.
Yes and no.
Especially when your professor, everything your professor is saying aligns perfectly to what all of your teachers in high school were saying.
Okay.
Because it's all controlled by the same people.
Which is undercover KGB agents that were placed 18 years ago.
Which is Nancy Pelosi.
To take over the education system in the United States as a response to the Cold War.
Yes.
Hail Hydra.
China.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Motherfuckers. You just went in deep on that, Gene.
Listen, I'm saying that is a theory that I've had myself years ago. But, we're not going to get into that.
I'm just saying.
No,
They
because-
don't teach American history anymore. Like, it's disgusting. My aunt, I told you the story plenty of times. My aunt walked away from teaching. She said, "You hired me to teach American history. This is not it."
What were they having to teach?
A new version of it.
Yeah, but-
a dumbed down,
Next question.
softened version.
Ready?
Problem
Next
is a lot of the shit that I learned about history
But can I ask
wasn't
you a question?
real.
Jesse, because
It was wrong.
I know what comes to my mind. When you hear American history, what comes to your mind?
What do you mean?
If I say American history,
What comes to your mind?
Like the colonization of America.
Like the
what comes to my mind.
beginning.
That's it?
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, that's really it. Like,
Because I can tell you when I hear American history, my brain goes George Washington, Battle of Bunker Hill, the War of 1812, Civil War, Thomas Jefferson, a bunch of Indians.
Motherfucker.
bouncing all over
No, but I'm
our
just,
history right
yeah,
now.
this is what happens to me. Abraham Lincoln, Gettysburg.
I mean,
know what I'm saying?
everything that you're saying
The gold rush.
can be jostled down to a simpler thing, and that colonization. Like, that's why I said, like,
Yeah,
that's what
no.
I think of. Like, that's what we do,
But
and
the
we're still doing
but,
that now.
But the problem with that is that for many people, it just leaves them out. Because even when I talk about America going west, there's a whole different chapter about black people going west. America did go west. There was a whole expansion. We know about the 49ers, the gold rush, blah, blah. But where do black people fit in that history? You have to go research that to find that out. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that. The 13 colonies, you have to research to figure out, like the first guy that got killed to start the American Revolution was black.
Crispin
Attucks. No one knows that because that's not something that was important in school.
I didn't know about it until I watched the documentary on the history of the U.S.
That's what I'm saying.
It's 12 hours
So-
long.
so that's
12,
what-
12 things. It was amazing.
yeah, I watched the same thing.
History of us. Oh, yeah, it's on my Apple TV.
That's why when people say, like, for example, people don't understand what the Irish did in this country before the Italians.
Or the Asians, Chinese.
Or what the Asians did.
I can
send them into fucking
I learned
caves.
all of that in American history.
I think you may know it, but that's why I say, what does American history mean to you? Because you have to understand, when you go to school, you learn a lot. What you retain is what is your memory of it all. You know what I'm saying? It's like
The American story, to me, is the greatest story ever created.
It's an underdog story.
It's a complete underdog
I'm not
story.
saying it isn't. I'm just telling you.
We were a few minds of people that were frustrated and fed up and knew that there was something better and sought out to do it. So, like, to me, America is still hope.
We are libertarians.
You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm saying, but like we are, like we are hope.
Yeah.
We fled
Yeah, it's okay.
tyrannical control and started our own shit.
Okay.
And then took over.
Libertarian fucking dream.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are libertarian.
Yes.
Is it fair?
Is there evil along our path? Definite. Without a doubt. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for it. You know, like, I mean, I don't know what anyone wants me to do about that, but we can't change the past. I acknowledge it. We learn from our past, which is why things aren't the way they were anymore.
Yeah, but-
you know?
Here's the beauty of American history, and this is what you're talking about. I can picture remember with Karate Kid, they're like, what if Daniel's son is the villain?
And it makes perfect sense.
And it makes perfect sense?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like,
You're saying America is the villain?
No.
And that's what they teach in school.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying that, like, our kids are being
what I'm
taught
saying
that
is I
America
can
is
tell-
an imperialistic, evil nation.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
That's
is,
horrible.
what I'm saying is you want history to not be subject to interpretation, which is exactly what it is. History is exactly subject to interpretation because it's whose view are you looking at it
Sure.
through. And the problem now with history is that people want it to be black and white. It is not.
No,
because
of course.
history of America to a woman.
I mean, well, it kind of is. Like,
no, facts are facts.
facts are facts. Like, what
But
happened.
The
you know?
effect of those facts are subject to interpretation based on who you're talking to. So if you talk to a woman about American history before women's suffrage, her opinion of American history.
But this is what drives me insane, and this is why I say everyone in America is the most privileged fucking pussy in the world.
Okay.
Minorities, black, women, men, everyone, like everyone is so fucking privileged here.
Go for it.
Because it's like, what did we flee from? Again, I'm not trying to make excuses up for our horrid acts, but we fled from tyranny and had only what we knew to create something new.
But bro,
right? And then that is just generational things that get passed down until it gets corrected.
I agree with you, but I don't. Okay.
So I'm saying, like, women didn't have a vote back in England.
I
either.
agree.
Black people were still enslaved all over the world.
I agree.
You know, Jewish people, people all over the world were still slaves all over the place.
But see,
and then we stopped that.
But you just said it.
We ended slavery not just in America, but pretty much around the world because of what
There were some countries that did it before.
Yes, there are still countries that enslave people now, but I'm just saying for the vast, like Spain, all of these big nations followed suit.
Okay.
Thereafter, you know what I mean? So I just think it's gross when you have some fucking white privileged professor in an Ivy League school telling a lecture room full of kids, impressionable minds, that you shouldn't be proud of this country. It's fucking evil because of the horrors that we did. And it's like, well, why don't you touch about all the goods that we did? All the good things that America has brought to the world.
It's about impressionism. I see what Jesse's getting at. You should know both sides.
I get exactly what Jesse's saying, but
there's a way to go about it.
The thing about it is this. This is what drives me crazy a little bit. First of all, America as a country, how we started, like there's a lack of honesty in it because the story is so heroic. That we grab onto the hero star. We're Hercules. But realistically,
those are those American
England people, the English were like, there's a new land, go over there. You guys can live there, but send us the goods.
Stuff back.
Like, that was the deal.
Right.
We made a fucking deal. All right? We made a fucking deal.
We broke that bitch.
And we were like, yo, why we send these guys money? Oh, because he's the kid? Fuck this guy. You know what? We're working.
It's going to take him fucking 6 months to get here. Fuck this guy.
We've been working a lot.
Half of us will be dead already.
Like, when they said go over there, we thought we were going to be working as hard as we work over there. We're working twice as hard. This is undeveloped. We got to do this from scratch. Like, fuck this.
This is our shit now.
Yeah, fuck this. This is our shit. So let's be honest. We broke the deal. We're just like a rapper who goes, I'm platinum. I need to get paid more. Fuck this. Fuck this deal.
I can't even argue it, but you're right. Yeah. At the end of it, we broke the
this deal. Like, and I'm proud of us.
He wipes his ass with his music contract. Yeah. I love this guy.
So now to Jesse's point, we said fuck these guys, but it was the only thing we knew. But what we knew is we didn't like the idea of a king. So we went with president. We loved the Congress idea. We loved the judges idea. So we kept the basic structure.
But women don't get to vote.
But women
people
don't get
are
to
still
vote.
Enslaved.
Black people still, because it's what they knew.
It's what they knew. That's my
So now the challenge is this. When you teach the history.
It's not what I know.
Exactly. It's what
and this
they
is my
knew.
whole thing when people come at, well, you're a white man in America. And it's like, motherfucker, you're older than me. You know what I mean? You've been around longer than I have. What have I done? You know what I mean?
My issue, like,
I don't relate to those assholes that came here first.
No, but here's the
My
problem.
family wasn't here. They stayed their asses in England.
But this is my beef. White people, and I'll end it forever. Like, white people presently do not owe anyone anything, and they are not connected directly to the sins of our forefathers. However, they have a chance every day to decide if the ways, the norms, the language, the customs, the stereotypes, all that stuff exists or not. And they have to make that choice. Like, I can't choose that for you. So now what happens is, and this is why voting is a nightmare to me, because when we vote for 80-year-old white people, you're telling me that you're more connected to the past than you are to the future.
To the future, sure.
Right. That's where I flip the fuck out. Because it's like, I've never blamed Donald Trump. I've never blamed Joe Biden. They're 80-year-old white men. This is what they were raised upon. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, he
So
doesn't.
you're saying you're ready for some young blood. It doesn't really matter the race or anything.
I
just
think that
let's get some
the
youth.
president of the United States should be 50.
Then let's talk about Obama
50.
then. What was Obama's deal? Why did he just fall into Washington as
Because
always?
Obama came in there to be a game changer, and they told him sit down, because you are I hate to say this,
Executive order by
you
Obama.
are
Who did?
He is a quote unquote, with the most respect possible, because I respect that man, a token Negro. He was used to advance the cause without advancing the cause. He is the first ever, what's it called?
Black.
No, he was
President.
He was a move without substance, basically. Like, let's put him up there. People will be happy, but realistically, we're pulling the strings in the background.
Yeah, that's every president. though.
Exactly, but people
With the
really
exception
thought.
of
Donald Trump. But
45.
people really thought
Why
that
Washington ate him up and stood him
Obama,
out.
like, black people are mad at Obama because they're like, he didn't do nothing for black people. Like, what? What did you think he was gonna do? Like, you thought he was gonna clock in and be like, all right, half off chicken, rims on specials, like, you know, like clubs, bottle service go down to $1.
said half off
What do you-
chicken. He's stupid.
He runs a country. There was no way he could just go and just say, I'm gonna fix the black people's plight.
He didn't even give phones. That was George Bush who gave the phones, and then Obama just came in at the end
And gave the
and
ring
then
up.
called them Obama phones.
Hey, listen.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
it
But
happens
I'm
in
just-
sports, happens in politics,
I
baby.
understand.
But you get
I
my point?
agree with you 100%.
And
yeah.
this is why people are frustrated about Donald Trump, is because
This is why people should be frustrated with Washington as a whole.
no, but this is why
And that's my
this is
whole
why
theme.
black folks are upset at Obama after the Donald Trump era, because we watch a guy move his agenda against criticism, against hate, against media. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, this is my agenda. These are my people, and we're gonna move for them. And honestly, that's what you vote. You vote for people to move your agenda.
Your agenda.
There's a reason why people storm the White House. Because, I want my agenda moved. I'm not fucking with you guys. You sit around, do nothing people.
Yep.
Fuck you guys.
Talking about shit. Just
Talking about
talking
shit. Not
shit.
doing
One of the
shit.
biggest
We're
reasons-
gonna move my fucking agenda.
One of the biggest
I'm
reasons I was
little,
against-
But I get their point.
One of the biggest reasons I was against against Biden was specifically because I knew he's a warmonger. Him and the people he surrounds himself with are obsessed with the Middle East. And if Biden becomes president, we're going back.
You know why the war? Okay, I gotta be honest, and I
The
don't.
Pentagon is going to pull the strings. and
Going
we're
with me,
going
baby.
back.
Who's going with
And
me?
what happened within the first 60 days?
This is gonna make me
We're
sound
back.
very selfish.
Go
but
on.
We live in an era now where war doesn't affect me the way that word. I'm numb to it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Back in the day,
You're too old to get drafted?
100%. That's one. That's one. But
Those
second,
motherfuckers can't be like,
no, but second of all, to be honest with you,
Come on.
like back in the day when I heard war in the Iraqi war or Operation Freedom,
You
all
got
those things-
scared because it could never come to our turf.
Yeah, like I'm like, could it ever come back here?
Right,
Not
right,
only that,
right.
but like I knew people that could get drafted. Now we fire Scud missiles in the middle of the night. Like it's a different era. Like we
Right, but that's
don't do
what's-
like your cousins and nieces touching actual soil.
War
Wasn't
wasn't
way like down the
Right.
line.
war.
So like I'm numb to it. I get it. Is it wrong? that we
War
kill
was
people?
way
Yeah.
easier.
But we've been doing it forever.
But war was way easier.
no, it's
back
easier now.
then.
It's easier now than it's ever been.
No, you're
it's
missing my
crazy
point.
now.
You're missing my point. War
Yeah.
was easier then
do you mean?
because it was you send in as many men that you have against as many men that they have. Now it's
like a
exactly
playground
what you
fight.
said. It's a kid on his cell phone who's going
B2 bomb.
drone strike, proop proop proop. There's 5,000 people in that village dead. Carpet bomb.
Exactly.
Bam. Like
on his phone.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look like you're playing that fucking.
But that's why like war now is way scarier.
Yeah.
Way scarier.
It's way scary because it's easier to kill.
We don't have to worry about people invading America
Because it won't happen.
because it won't happen.
Exactly.
But we live on a coast. We live very coastal. Like that's why war scares the shit out of me. We're closer to the Middle East than the rest of the country.
Yeah, but this is what drives me crazy because
East Coast
this is what drives me crazy.
gone.
about conservative America. You see what you're saying? It's 2021. Our war
Sorry.
won't be even that way. It'll be a cyber war. It'll be a rigged election. It will be.
It'll is implying the future, not like now.
It is. Okay, it is and it will be.
Okay.
Computer attacks, election attacks, poll rigging. It will be that.
Right.
Because
They're hacking nuclear plants.
yeah, exactly.
and
Because this is
exploding
this is the
them.
era we live in. We live in a cyber world. So like
Drone strikes.
So if people are really that scared of that stuff, then we need to be more aligned as people and really be more focused. But instead, we double down on party lines and leave ourselves vulnerable.
Yeah.
Drones are so normal now.
You know they're cool though.
How I have one.
You know it's fucking cool.
And I'm nasty with it now.
Yeah, you know it's a fucking cooler concept. It's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, it's great. I actually for the new house, I was like, I can't get up on that roof. It's way too high, and the pitch is way too much. Oh, let me fly my drone up there.
So Lincoln's
Yeah, I was coming.
And I took all the pictures I needed to take of the roof with the drone.
Lincoln's planning drone strikes against neighbors.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, but that's what
It's
I'm saying.
happening,
Like,
bro.
my whole point is,
It's happening.
if a drone just started flying over my house,
You shoot it.
I'm not really gonna think about it because
How's he
they're
gonna
just
shoot it?
so.
I would.
They're so all over the place now. I would have been like, oh, it's probably the
Shit,
neighbor's
Amazon
kids
wants to use them to deliver.
to deliver.
Fuck no.
Yeah, they do.
You gotta draw a line somewhere. I would not take
I
that.
agree, but
I mean, if a drone is just flying over and drops a package on my doorstep and flies away, I'd be like,
and you ordered it like an hour ago?
Are
Please,
you kidding me,
motherfucker.
Mr. Private My Rights? You're going to allow a company to not only fly over your house, take pictures of your house, because you know it's gonna have secondary
they're doing
functions.
it anyway.
So why help them? Why co-sign this?
What do you mean? How is that helping?
Because you're saying it's okay for Amazon to deliver things over your house, knowing that they're gonna have a secondary
I
function.
have
because-
no problem
What-
paying for
what-
convenience.
He's talking about the camera that'll be able to see inside your house.
How is it any different than the traffic cams that are already out that I
Can't
hate?
see inside your house.
Yes, they can. If my house
Where?
is on a corner,
Your house ain't gonna be on a
that's
corner,
That's what
motherfucker.
Steve Ruth, the Red Light Robin Hood, was pissed off about because they put one outside of his house, and he was saying, "You guys can see into my fucking living room now," and went out there and smashed the fucking thing.
Dude, you're driving me crazy, but that's exactly why you shouldn't be okay with Amazon being able to deliver that way.
I don't give a shit about Amazon. Amazon is a private company. Like, what do I care if they?
That we know.
Okay, ready? Facebook.
Jeff Bezos is leaving anyway.
Facebook was a private company that had an initial agenda, amassed millions of followers and information.
I'll put it to you this way. If I don't want Amazon to drop a package off at my house with their drone, I'm not going to order from Amazon.
I agree. But what I'm saying is the whole thing is bad.
I don't want the USPCS to do that because
He's on
I
the
don't.
postal service.
Yeah,
I know, but I wanted him to work it out.
Yeah,
you should
sorry,
let the
well-
motherfucker work it out. Use USPCS, huh?
I don't want them to do it.
So you're okay with private companies breaking
Yep.
our rights. You just don't want the government to do it.
Correct.
Am I confused?
No,
No,
because Amazon can't hold me hostage.
it's a white guy with
at
dreads.
gunpoint.
It's all
but that's
know.
it. But
I'm-
left is right, right is
the
left.
answer.
Don't you
It's-
get it at some point?
Because
the
Amazon
private
can't do anything forceful to me.
But don't you get it at some point? They
He's saying
will
the government will be
under-
able to use their.
Yes, like that's the problem. The
No, you're wrong about that.
there's
Apple already made that apparent.
That's not Apple though.
I'm just saying, it's
bro.
my point is
Mark
that
Zuckerberg testifies in front of Congress all the time for this exact reason, because he's a private company that is in the belly of the government. The beef about him taking down the Hunter Biden thing, this is the power that a private company can when they are in conjunction with the government. The government will always get to them.
Yes.
So you cannot let the private company even have that power.
Amazon will let that shit. They don't care.
Yeah, they're not gonna give a fuck.
Apple, no. Amazon.
Amazon's gonna be like,
I mean,
Amazon's like,
again,
what do you
listen.
need? I
As
got
much
it.
as I don't
Double
like
mask.
it, as much as I don't like that, I agree with you. Again, I'm fine with the convenience. I know that day is coming. I mean, you laugh, but
consumerism is killing us.
no,
Okay,
but
you're right. You're
I
right.
know that day is coming. They're already
your
working
curtains.
on it.
I swear,
You know what I'm
I never buy anything
saying?
from Amazon. I haven't bought one thing from Amazon ever. Not one.
Man,
Not one.
It's
It's
crazy.
impressive. I buy
I was
tons
still
of
go to the
shit.
fucking store.
That light that's lighting your face.
It's from Amazon. I don't buy it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Don't get me wrong.
Come to my house.
I'm a hypocrite. I'll tell him to get me something from Amazon, but I will not have Amazon deliver
The next
to my
camera that's
doorstep.
going to be
No,
cameraing
listen,
us.
I agree with you, and I understand what you're
You see what I'm
saying,
saying? Like,
and I
it's-
understand that it seems hypocritical of me, especially Mister. I unplugged my kid's Alexa.
Like before you, live in a forest, you gotta worry about that stupid camera that's plotting out the different exits that you have in your home that you never really thought about. That they have now. They have a map of the many entry points into Jesse's home.
Right, I understand what you're saying, but they have that already.
You keep saying that, but they need more and they need better.
Like what?
Like Amazon drones.
Yes.
What I'm saying,
They
what
need
is-
better schematics, better drones, better pictures, better angles. It never stops. Information never stops. No matter how much information you have about something, you can collect more data.
Let me
Data
tell you something.
Is the
minute
world-
that
data rules the world.
the minute that Amazon has drones dropping off packages, that they have cameras that are being
Like I give an example.
that are being sold back to the United States government.
Okay.
The next drone that flies over my house with a package will be getting shot down. And then I'll explain to my wife
Why?
why her package might have some buckshots in it.
Okay. No, I'm just saying. I'm glad you realize it. Because
But I'm just saying,
because I'm
until
just
it
saying-
gets to that point, I'm fine with the
'Cause I'm
convenience.
telling you now,
What's the difference of a drone as opposed to a driver who parks however the fuck he wants in the road?
I have beef with that too because
And
let me
we
tell
all
you-
have to be okay with, oh, it's
Let me tell
Amazon.
you something. If a car can drive me anywhere, and God forbid I don't have warrants, but the fucking car just numbs me out and just drives me to the police station, then what?
Motherfuckers are numbing you out. How you going to know out?
The
Yo.
car will figure it out.
Cat Williams.
I'm not saying that's what's gonna happen, but you get my point.
Right.
It doesn't end. It doesn't. Like you
Cat
know, he's
Williams.
Alex Jones.
Cat Williams has a
Listen,
great bit.
I'm not Alex Jones. Here.
You're Blackest
I'm
Jones.
not Alex Jones. What I'm
Blackest
saying
Jones.
is that the best move the government can do is not do it themselves and subcontract private companies to do it for them, and we will be blind to the whole.
What are you talking about? They do it now.
100%.
That's my point.
Right.
Until
Until you, but then you need more private companies like
To do
Elon
what?
Musk to tell them to go fuck themselves.
Well, see how long that lasts. Everything. Listen, Facebook was all about the vision.
Cat
connecting
Williams.
people.
Cat Williams said it the best about the self-driving cars. I
What
don't
do
know
you
if you
say?
heard that little bit. Oh, it's great. He's like, oh, I can't wait until there's a car that can drive me around the first time I get pulled over. And the cop comes up and I go, talk to the driver. I'm just sitting in the back seat. And I'm like, that is
Sure.
perfect. Talk to the driver.
You won't get
Like,
pulled
oh.
over because it'll be fucking computer doing the speed limit everywhere.
It's gonna drive you to the police station anyway if you're guilty. That's it. You're going in.
It's facial recognition on the
The
inside.
car's gonna be like, oh, "Are you aware that you have 2 warrants? We're gonna go talk to the driver."
Yo.
That's what's gonna happen. The car's gonna be programmed.
So make sure that.
You don't have warrants.
Well, that's why
I'm okay with it. I'm
Tesla.
not a criminal.
Tesla will be the first one,
You're not
so
a
it don't
criminal.
matter.
A lot of not
I'm
only
not a criminal until you start flying government drones over my house.
not only
I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
there you go. Not only criminals go to jail. I just want to throw that out there.
That's true.
Yeah, and that's important. But again,
Hard facts.
Where you at, JP? I'm ready.
Big man. I'm tapped out. You motherfuckers flew through everything.
I think yeah.
Actually, this one we stood on for a while, but you know,
Yeah, I mean,
it's fun, bro. It's nice to get back and talk about some shit. That was.
the price of lumber went up 188%.
Okay, so
That's fun.
we're in a quarantine. More people are doing home improvements and home shit than ever before, right?
Plus, they're selling their houses for fucking 188% more.
Exactly. So supply and demand. Like
The lumber companies are
I'm
like,
not saying,
"Oh, fuck
I'm not
this
saying it's
guy."
right, and I know you're a home improvement guy and you're a flipper, but like that's what's happening right now. And guess what's gonna happen when the economy reopens, when we get a Republican governor for New York, and things that that's coming, right? You got to be kidding me.
I think it will.
1,000%, we will have a Republican governor. The next governor of New York will be Republican anybody. That's gonna be his name.
I feel like it is.
We're running Republican
I don't think
anybody.
so.
What? I mean, Andrew Yang, I like.
That's why
Well, he's
that's
going
my
for
one.
mayor, but
Yeah,
he's going for mayor?
Yeah.
yeah, he's going for mayor.
Yeah, but like,
Not governor.
no,
yeah, he's smart.
he's trying to take de Blasio's.
De Blasio's easy. That's easy seat.
Yeah.
That's an easy seat.
God, yes, it
De
is.
Blasio is like having 2 X's on a tic-tac-toe board, and like you just need to go to the last spot. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if New York is going to flip red yet. There's too many.
What?
There's too many.
What?
Blue no matter who still.
Okay.
There's too many uneducated people that now understand the power of voting.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. It used to be.
And you don't need an ID
Slow down.
for it.
It's the
Oh, stop it. But listen.
You need an ID to get your vaccine.
Listen, stop. It's not about education.
You need an ID to get on a plane with your vaccine.
It's not about education.
But you don't need an ID to vote.
The next vote won't be about educated voters. It will be about financially impacted voters. And that's the whole state.
Right. And who do those voters always lean to?
Why would they vote blue?
Because they'll
give me money.
They're the people that lie about giving you things.
Yeah, but
They'll fall for it again.
They're the people that are going to say, you're going to lose your housing. You're going to lose your benefits. You're going to lose...
There's a lot of people who can't pay their rent, don't know how they're going to pay their rent. There's a lot of people who have little bitty mini businesses that only make maybe $50,000 a year with the little pizza shops, and they're affected because they have to close down. They're not going to be like blue no matter who. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They want to be open. The whole state, do you agree the whole state wants to be open?
Yes.
Democrat or Republican?
Maybe not.
You're bugging.
Maybe not.
I think, I still think that there are too many people that are making a lot of money off of this shutdown.
I think there's a couple random friends with nurses that are like, we got to stay quarantined. But other than that,
a lot of them don't want to.
Regular people, bro.
I tell you what, if this shutdown didn't prove, if this proved anything, it proved that Andrew Yang's got a point with his UBI. You know what I mean? With his...
Well, that's all, but that's not about that. That was all about automation.
And people losing their jobs. But I think that was just a guy saying.
I just feel like,
I mean, he's got valid.
That's why Elon is behind.
And let me tell you something.
Valid points right there. I agree with that.
Machines building those machines.
You know.
All right, Terminators, machines. Here we go.
Yeah, bro.
Sarah Connor, come with me.
I don't know if New York's going red.
John Connor, come with me.
New York's not going red.
He's the wrong guy. Maybe. No. That's right. No, you're right.
Sarah Connor, John Connor, come with me. That's what's going to happen. Rise of the machines.
We need another Rudy.
No, we need Governor DeSantis to come up here. Straight up. Because I drew a line at the vaccine.
You know what's so funny is that 8 months ago, that guy was the devil.
He was.
Everyone was like, DeSantis is going to kill everyone. And he was just like,
I said it too.
Watch this.
I'm
going to keep my shit open.
There goes Orlando.
Herd immunity. Oh, sure. We're open. Come on in, everyone from the north.
So then explain to me what happened in Miami there. 8 o'clock curfew, thousands of arrests, literally.
Miami. That's the mayor's call.
Is it?
Yeah, the governor. It's just like...
And that is...
New York City worse than any other... You know what I mean? Like, Suffolk... Notice how we live in Suffolk and Nassau. We don't deal with anything that New York City's dealing with. Like 50% capacity, these nightmares. They're shutting down businesses.
Yeah, we've been at 75 for a minute.
Yeah, like we've been chilling.
Doesn't do anything.
No, I know.
But he got the tape measure with his 6 feet trip.
Bro, like it's 6 feet. It's like... I could. Oh, so I can't put another table in here. So
it's 5 foot 11 inches.
The other 25%, I can't. I can't do anything with because I don't have my room can't physically grow. Okay, thank you for that 25%.
Yeah.
Thank you. Stop being it. Yeah, fuck that.
I'm over it, man. I'm over it.
I'd like to open the country.
I can't wait to go to Vegas.
Talking to family, all because of some bullshit. People are just stressed out. Fear is still being pushed. Fauci's a fucking liar. I feel like half the country knows it.
I don't think Fauci's a liar.
No one fucking cares.
I think he's a doctor that's a nerd.
It's all ridiculous.
I think.
You think those?
I don't think Fauci's a liar. I think that they try to politicize him on both sides, and that's what made him look like a liar. The guy, all he did was tell you science facts, bro. Science facts are boring and they suck.
He told us science opinions.
Yes, opinions based on facts.
No.
Yes.
It's based on facts.
It's based on facts.
Or something else.
They can be poor opinions or poor deductions.
If Fauci's words were fact checked, they would come up partly true.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And that's his job. That's his job.
All right. That's pretty much all doctors. They're guessworks in a white coat.
Bro, someone tells you it's going to snow tomorrow and it doesn't. You still watch the news the next day and wonder what's going to happen. That's his job. He's a meteorologist. And he will lie to you 3 out of 5 days. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
I mean, I don't listen to what he's got to say, but...
I do. Actually, no, I don't. I walk out, I'm like, oh, shit, it's right
I'm 37 years old, and I've lived on this earth for 37 years. I know myself. I know what happens when people get sick. I know what happens when I get sick. Thank you.
What happens?
I'm an adult.
Yeah, but it's you handle this shit. Okay, but you have personal responsibility, but he has his job is to worry about the whole country. So his
grown-ass man, dog.
Opinions are meant to affect a consensus. So you, as part of consensus, can make an individual decision on
Sounds like we still have a king.
But my point is this: why? I don't know, man. I think he hit that pen again. I'm not sure.
He's gonna walk into the doctor.
Sounds like we have a king.
He's
Oh, you
gonna
want
walk
one guy to rule over all of us and tell us what to do?
No, Jesse, did you like shift leaders?
No.
Clearly.
I didn't like shift
He
leaders.
was the
either.
bartender behind the bar. He didn't give a shit about shift leader.
I'm like, shift leaders just ran the shift.
He liked being the shift leader.
Guy thinks he runs the fucking place.
No, they didn't. Shift leaders didn't run shit. Shift leaders got an extra table, usually an 8-top.
Tell that to
Lori.
Lori.
I ran shit.
And then they told everyone else what to do before they get to go home while they took everyone else's tables.
That's called
what
responsibility.
shift is. It's not responsibility. It's called being the teacher's pet. That's what that is.
Wow.
I had it like once, maybe twice that fucking shift.
Who was shift leaders? The
the
guys
worst.
that can handle 10 plus tables at the end of the night.
And that the manager
That's who got it.
And that manager's trusted
Sure.
to check up on people.
Teacher's
Okay.
pet.
Make sure. No, that's not pet. That just
Sure.
means you're good at what you do.
Yeah, teacher's pet.
Pet is someone who's not good, but the manager seems to like them. That's different because we know those people.
That was me. DC, baby. It's
There
why we
you
call
go.
it DC. Me, Ronnie.
Ronnie's
Jesse
a
was
teacher's
in that,
pet.
by the way.
Ronnie's a
So you
teacher's pet
know.
because Ronnie doesn't do his job, but can sit down with the manager and have a beer while you're running around with 18 tables like, what the fuck? I'm shift leader.
Make it till you make it.
And then he opens a coffee shop.
He's the American dream, but keep going.
He sure
If
is.
he opens two coffee booths, he's the American dream.
Boom.
He doesn't even need a third. Just,
I'm in on that second one if he opens it.
he
Fuck
needs to
that.
just franchise the rest.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'll be
I
there.
got nothing else.
Yeah, man. I think it was a good show. It was
I'm
fun.
tapped out.
I think we flew
I'm
through
tapped
it.
out, man.
I love it.
Society is fucking crazy. People are nuts. COVID
I still believe in you.
Controlling people.
I still believe in you.
You're all doing a great job out there. Thank you for watching.
I want to thank all of y'all personally for keeping us doing this.
Exactly. We do it for us. We do it for you. We do it for you. We do it for us. Dead ass.
Dead
Like
ass.
and subscribe.
It's brick
Like
outside.
and subscribe. Subscribe and like.
Hit that bell.
Let's go.
Come back, baby.
Let's go.